We just rest. At that movie, we can just put on the projector and watch a movie and just rest inside. It's supposed to be windy all day. I mean, this bitch Bailey. She's a little girl. I know. This town of Jerome, Arizona, if you've not been here, you have to come. It's just incredible. It's perched on this cliff, basically a cliff. It's like this really steep slope, and all these homes are just clinging to the mountainside. It's rumored to be one of the most haunted towns in the West, and it's definitely one of the most haunted towns here in Arizona. And so it's just got a really cool vibe to it. It's just kind of crazy seeing it with no one here. It's usually packed this time of year. So driving the streets with there being completely void of cars is definitely a unique experience. But if you're rolling through this area, make sure to stop off in Jerome because it's really a cool place, and all the views looking down into the valley from here are just incredible. So spent some time over here and then jammed back to camp and got my home theater system all set up. So let's check it out. Alright, it's a really windy day here today. It's supposed to be windy until I think Friday, and so we're supposed to be dealing with that every single day. And what I want to do is make sure I've got my entertainment dialed in. And so I went ahead yesterday and I was in town. I was over in Prescott Valley running some errands, and I got a tarp which actually doubles, the backside of it doubles as like a projector screen. So let me show you what I did here. In the back I've got my computer set up here, just kind of like, you know, the command station, so I can come in here and dial in whatever I want to watch. Then I've just got the connectors here. I've got an HDMI cord that plugs in there and then plugs into my projector, and the projector is shooting back on that screen. So I mean, I like it so far. This is kind of a band-aid until I can get like a legit drop-down movie screen. Because right now they're just not in stock. All these small towns just don't have them, like the Walmarts and stuff like that. So you got to order them, and it takes like 2 weeks to come in. So I may do that, but I like this setup just because, you know, it's easy and it's flexible for the meantime. And then I can use that tarp. It's supposed to rain. It's supposed to rain all day Wednesday and Thursday, and maybe even snow at night. So I can use that tarp as a little cover area to walk between my truck topper and, you know, the side awning room. I'm going to set that up. Oh, another thing too, my friends Chad and Lisa, they've got an off-grid ranch up by Seligman or Kingman area, and they gave me a bunch of juniper wood to use in my stove, and this stuff smells great. I mean, it's awesome hardwood. It just smells fantastic, and that's going to be really great for the upcoming storm that's going to be here. I think it's going to be here Wednesday morning. Got a few more pieces over here too. What's nice about it is this wood has tons of knots in it, and so, you know, it's going to burn up really well. So I am gonna set up the awning room tomorrow, and what I want to do is I've got that hot glue gun, and I want to glue down all the windows, because those windows aren't sealed at the bottom. That's why I had duct tape over them. And I was gonna maybe get a different type of zipper and install it myself, but I thought it's too much of a hassle. And I'm just going to use that awning room just for a little bit longer. And then I'm talking to a canvas tent company right now about making a custom canvas awning room. That way it could be breathable, you know, that's what I love about canvas. And it'd be a little bit more durable compared to just how flimsy that one is. I mean, that one's only three seasons, so it's not, the tent walls on it are paper thin. But anyway, I'm kind of tired today. I didn't sleep well last night. For some reason, I woke up a bunch and was just kind of up and down all night. So today is definitely just a relaxing day, you know, inside. We're gonna hang out. I got Sierra over here chilling. We had a nice little breakfast. What's up, girl? What you doing? Ow. Hey, sweetie. Oh, I know, you're just the happiest girl ever. We're gonna watch movies all day. Another thing I did, I upgraded my stove. I wanted to get a bigger stove just because I figure, you know, I'm out here, want to have good meals and all that stuff, and so might as well have a nice stove. So I got that yesterday when I was in town, and just doing like a few upgrades like that around. I mean, like I said, you know, did solar. We went over that 2 days ago. Got a new stove, upgrading the home theater, if you can even call it that. And this is just temporary. The real goal is to get a drop down screen. I've already got one size that's perfect that I could just attach to this underside here. Like there's a lip right here where the topper comes down. Attached to there, and then the thing would just drop down and then drop back up. And I can maybe even put on like a motorized thing, which would be super cocky. Have like a motorized home theater screen in my truck topper. But anyway, yeah, we've seen a bunch more animals this morning. It's kind of crazy with the lack of noise and nobody running around. Like the animals are just really coming around. We saw two coyotes separate, singular each one. And just a heads up, like I do keep Sierra away from those animals just because there was one time when we were at the off-grid cabin that one winter, and she almost got lured into an area where there were like 4 of them waiting. So, but we saw 2 coyotes this morning, and we saw a bunch of big old jackrabbits, and so that was kind of cool. And the birds have been going crazy. I don't know if you all have noticed that where you're at, but the birds here, it's like it's just bird songs all day long, which is great, and it usually doesn't sound like that. So, but anyway, we're gonna get in here and we're gonna test this out and kind of see how it works. Set up my tent over here, that way I need to leave camp, I can do so, and not have to worry about anybody snaking my spot. Let me get you some treats. Okay, there you go. All right, so I'm getting all set up in here, getting the computer going, getting all the sound deadening up, and getting the shading kind of the way I want. The reason for that is I've got Phil from Down to Mob. A lot of you guys follow him on YouTube and also on Instagram. He's a friend of mine, and we're going to talk about just nomad life and like how things have been going out here, because it's definitely changing. So and also Phil might get a chance to come up here later this week and camp. You know, we just keep our distance, but you know, camp in the same spot. I've got plenty of room in this location that I'm at. So anyway, we're gonna hop on the call here in a bit, and it's cool because I use this program called Squadcast, and so we can do like a video deal. So I'm gonna do a video chat of this, and I'm gonna cut up the clips and some of the best clips that we have on the podcast. I'm gonna post those up so you guys can see us interacting and everything. So anyway, we're gonna get this going. So hope y'all are having a good start to the week. Thanks.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I think it was just kind of next level, and the isolation helped me get there, and it helped me get more creative, and I really like took a step back, and I mentioned it a little in the end of the video. It was like, why am I even doing this? It's not for the products, it's not for it's just show people what it's like so that maybe they would come out and do it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or if not, even just in a time like this, people who are disabled, you know, who can't do these things anymore. That's always been huge to me. But yeah, I feel like content creators, you and I, and people like us in this time right now, like we need to step up. We're not medical, you know, we're not as, you know, essential as maybe some of those people, but I seriously think we fall into the essential category. People need entertainment. They need Tiger King. They need like
dude,
crazy stuff.
I was actually thinking about that. I was like, what if the universe sent Tiger King specifically as a savior during this time to entertain us and keep our minds off the craziness? Because that show is the craziest thing I have ever seen in my life. I binge watched that entire thing. I got up one time at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I got 30 minutes to kill. I can finish up episode 6, and I did it. And I was I've never been so enamored with those people.
I have never. I don't really binge watch like that either. I think I went through all of it in 2 days. When I watched it, I think I watched it in the morning. I don't usually Netflix in the morning, but it was just one of those days. I was kind of like, I don't know, I wasn't as motivated to do videos, and just like living in a house, it happens on the road, you know. And I just decided, screw it, I'm gonna have a lazy morning. And I whipped open Netflix and I watched Tiger King like all day. And then the next day, I was like so pumped. I got so much footage done. I got so much editing done. I was just
Tiger King
re-energized.
inspired you.
He really did.